Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first 2024 episode of KD Live. I'm here with my buddy Jonathon Ferry, our VP of Product Education and Experience. Happy New Year, Jonathan. I know it's a little late by the time this airs to be saying that, but
No, 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 not at all. I'm somebody who celebrates everything for a full month. It's my
there,
birthday month. It's the new year month. I like to celebrate at any opportunity I can.
awesome, awesome. Yeah, you do have a birthday coming up, and we're going to be where I am right here virtually, which is in Barcelona. And that, unfortunately, you'll be flying back on your birthday this year. Last year we
Yeah.
were here on your birthday at the end of ISE, which is my horrible segue into this Katie Live. So we're going to be doing a preview of what we're going to be showing at ISE in Barcelona. That's Integrated Systems Europe, one of the largest AV industry trade shows in the world. Very excited to be doing that with you again this year. We're going to have a few more team members with us this year as well. And so we'll be back at the HD-based T booth, and we're very excited. They're great partners of ours. We work together with them on a lot of things. So, Jonathan, I'll kind of shut up here and let you start kicking into this.
No, no, no. Well, before we begin, you reminded me my birthday will be happening while we're there, for the trade show. Although, yes, technically the day after the trade show. So it is a really good opportunity to just remind everybody that, hey, if it's my birthday and if I ever helped you in the past or whatever, just feel
You
free
are you
to.
are you are accepting gifts. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly, exactly. And where can you bring me those gifts? Booth number 2P, like Papa, 500. That's us at the the HD Base T booth in the biggest AV show in the industry in the world, ISE 2024. So DeWayne, yeah, let's go ahead and begin looking at the products and the solutions, the hot products, hot solutions, new solutions. Some things will be the first time for the viewers of today's KD Live. Starting with our conference room in a box. It's a bring your own device, bring your own meeting solution, which is powered by HD-based T technology, not only routing your audio visual signals, like from the presenter's laptop with an HDMI, USB-C display port. We even have a VGA plug-in plate option for people, but it also extends the USB signal from your webcam, like our professional PTZ KD Cam USB camera, to that goes essentially backward, where the AV signal goes one way to the display, the camera signal over USB goes backward to the presenter. So they make that connection at their display as well, or
And
at
you
their
can walk
laptop.
in. You just walk in with your laptop. We're agnostic to codec, as you see on the left there, and you're ready to go. You've got, as we call it, our conference room in a box.
Yeah, open it up, plug it in. What's the beauty of this is all you got to do is set a few settings using our very easy KeyDigital Management Software Pro, the IP address, the names of your system, inputs and outputs, and tell the system, yes, I have a camera. Yes, I have an amplifier, or no, if I don't have an amp or a camera. And it auto builds this user-friendly control interface here, where you can actually see the you have your switching selection, who's your presenter. You could see the friendly names beneath each button text. You can turn on and off your displays with CEC control, and you can control your camera PTZ presets and audio volume and mic mix levels, all within this user-friendly interface that, excuse me, are those controls are not there if you don't have a camera. We don't want to show you
And
the camera controls if you don't have a camera. It makes it easy. Only if you press yes do you have that control option.
it's all on a single screen, not like what we just showed you there, but all on a single screen.
Very good, very good. And don't forget, it's also a great system for classrooms. Shall we call it
Absolutely.
classroom in a box?
Absolutely, or any room in a box. I mean, and what I like here, Jonathan, is we've got our little WP8-2 added in. That's our little 8-button IP controller. Now with IR and RS-232 ports built on, I may be getting ahead of myself here, but basically this pretty much the same kind of layout, but with a projector, etc. And so you can see how all these rooms can be configured a little bit differently to do what you need to do. And
Yeah,
and
and you know, this is one of our systems. You know, KeyDigital, we're kind of known for, hey, if you're going to buy our extender set, it's going to include the transmitter and receiver in the box. But with our UCC products, presentation solutions, a lot of it is a la carte. So you really get that perfect match for the room you need to install. In fact, if you don't need to have a bunch of sources in the rack, you only want a wall plate to feed right into the receiver, we could sell you those two parts a la carte, and you could go
absolutely. And
without
so
the.
in this room, you need, HDMI and USB-C, but over here, you know what, you might need some legacy VGA. We still have some wall plates that do have VGA on them too. So, and maybe you don't need 3 games. Maybe you don't need the USB to come back from the camera. You can build it the way it needs to be built. We've got the solution and the answer for you.
Yeah, and another thing I'd like to mention here is the AMP 220. We see it in this design actually going into a larger third-party amplifier, like a 70-volt audio system, because the amplifier can, the AMP 220 can act as a preamp as well. So we have that RS-232 controllability to adjust your volume, adjust your mic mix levels, muting controls, and that affected control, that affected volume level, mic mix level, etc., is output on the pass-through port. So feeding into that third-party system for larger rooms and spaces, the AMP 220 is still very much part of that system. And one last thing about classrooms, why the WP8-2, which we are going to show you another slide on here in a few moments. What makes it so ideal for the classroom is that you can actually press and hold 2 buttons. You could create a lock and an unlock key combo, perfect for classrooms where the students would come in and say, hey, school's over, turn off the projector, press the button on the wall. Not to worry, you could lock them out without that combo.
Because not every student was as well mannered as you and I were when we were young lads, Mr. Ferry. So
that's right. Not us.
I never got into trouble on doing anything like that.
That's how do you think we come up with these features, ladies and gentlemen? You got to step inside the mind of your petty hooligans in school.
I resemble that remark. Okay.
So that brings us along to another conference room solution, the LaCambio, which is compass controls integration with TOA Lanubio, also using KeyDigital's KD Cam USB. And we're actually expanding this to also include third-party cameras with RS-232 control like Visca. So we're expanding this and having a new module available on our website that includes a small and a large conference room, basically a table like this, kind of a long lengthwise table, or the small is kind of the where it's perpendicular to the camera, if you will, and everybody would be seated widthwise to the camera. And this is something that actually came about due to our partnership with TOA, and it just works so well at the trade shows, man.
Exactly. Well, it works so well with our conference room in the box, and since we have Compass and we have the engineers, they built this module, and it's just so fluid. It's so smooth. You set your room up, you set the settings because the room's not going to change, and somebody starts talking, boom, camera's on them. Next person starts talking, the camera smoothly fades right over. You have to experience it. So stop by and check it out because it is really, and what's amazing is that it works even that well at a trade show, which has a lot of extra noise than a conference room, as you know.
That's a great point. Yeah. So we'll have this on display for you. So come by the booth there to experience that with us as you sit down and go through our booth products and solutions. Back to that 8-button control keypad. Man, I'm excited because we're going to be across the aisle from our partners at QSys, and they have a smoking QSys plugin available for the KDWP8-2, and it's been a great partnership with them. They love the KDWP8-2 because it provides a physical button interface into that QSys system that speaks exclusively over IP. And so we communicate over the network into that system, to the QSys processor, and they're taking it from there. They've got every two-directional, bi-directional integration possible that you could think of, including triggering events and macros in the QSys programming, updating the LED light status, changing the LED colors, etc. And they also include 3 or 4 demo systems, integration demos in the QSys plugin itself from the QSys system designer, QSys system designer. Thank you, DeWayne, for completing my sentence there. And but it's not only an interface for QSys. You could program the KDWP8 itself using a very easy web UI. And what happens is anything that's controlled over the network, it's going to communicate right over the network to those devices to control them, turn them on, turn them off. The projectors we see with PJ Link, for example, controlling the audio DSP, switching the presentation switcher, lighting controls, etc. But what about your huddle rooms where you've got like an IR consumer panel and an amplifier right there, small amp with RS-232 control. Now we have an IR and an RS-232 port right on the back of that unit, and it's PoE powered. So you don't have to run any high voltage or anything over to that keypad. Makes it very easy.
Yeah, it's a great little product, and it's a great complement to our conference room in the box. But it's a great complement to a lot of other systems, which I think you're going to show maybe a slide or two on that.
Ah, you remembered. I forgot. I'm already daydreaming of the beautiful, colorful Barcelona and perhaps birthday gifts from all of our customers.
Well, I hope you're not planning on having to go to the hospital while we're there with this slide you're showing. So
definitely not. But yeah, here's our keypad, offering a very user-friendly, DeWayne, they say the smarter the end user, we'll just say easier the user interface needs to be. And so this is the perfect interface for these surgeons who are controlling a whole AV over IP routing system, viewing everything from surgeries happening in the neighboring rooms within the facility,
bringing up computers, x-rays on computers from other rooms so they can view. I've actually walked through this center, and our integrator showed us that, you can see these are not our icons. They actually made their own custom icons for, specifically for this. So it's very customizable, and yeah, it works very well. I think there's 4 surgery bays, and so the surgeon can be working on one patient and have another patient being prepped in the other room, and he can bring up the camera or have his assistant bring up the camera and of the other bay and see if when they're ready for him, etc. It's pretty amazing, and people are coming up with all kinds of ways to use this WP8-2. It is so versatile.
Yeah, because of its open API.
If I will quote Emily Eichert from QSys, when I asked her what she thought about this, when we did a KD Live with her, when the plugin first came out, I said, "What do you think about this?" She said, "The possibilities are endless with this type of solution." That's her exact quote. I wrote it down because I loved it. So It is amazing. So I don't want to take all our time with the WPA-2, but for such a small product, it does a lot of things.
Absolutely. Here's something brand new. Been shipping
Brand new.
for 5 months now.
So since October,
Okay. So
only
this
about 3 months.
will be the first time for the folks out in Barcelona to see it. The 4K
Absolutely.
wireless HDMI extender, KD4-4K WH-CEX. Yes, that's right. Well, DeWayne, you want to tell us about it actually?
Absolutely. I've got this running in my house. It's amazing. What's nice about it that I didn't realize when I knew, I was involved when we developed it, but I was thinking, okay, well, I'll test it. I'll have to give up my TV to run my dish network receiver into it in my master bedroom. Oh no, there's an HDMI pass through on the transmitter, so you don't have to give up your local display. And I extended that direct dish network receiver into my office here and played it on my display here in my office, and it was so easy to use. We've had this at one trade show earlier, uh, right before it came out, but we had our unit running, and Jonathan, you had your laptop about 60, 70 feet away on a trade show floor with a lot of Wi-Fi in the air. And we had no issues. It was running solid the whole day long. It was a one-day trade show, and it was just so well received. It's a great commercial product. It's also a great residential product. And, like this image here, set up a one-day training in a public facility. This looks like a banquet room, where you open up all the air walls and have a speaker. You don't want to run all those wires and tape them all down. So here you go.
Exactly. And or in like you had there, you have an outdoor display? Oh, that's right. You showed me the photos.
I do. I don't have stuff right now, but
No, that's okay. Let's just tell everybody at your pool, you had the big inflatable projection
got a
screen,
200,
right?
200-inch diagonal inflatable projection screen with a projector. I put the receiver on the projector, and I can control my dish network receiver or DVR and all of that, because it's got an IR sensor that comes with it. So you can put the IR emitter back at the transmitter onto your dish network or DirecTV or your cable box or your Amazon Fire Stick or your Apple TV device, whatever. And immediately, not right now, because it's a little cold where I am right now, but immediately turn your outdoor space into an outdoor theater.
Hey man, you could do some ice skating on that pool now, huh? Well, and this is something we've been trying to develop for a long time at KeyDigital, and we're not going to release anything until it's reliable, and we've got it here.
Yeah.
Not only, as DeWayne mentioned, trade show floors, noisy environments, etc., working well, but the key here is we're using 5G Wi-Fi technology. It's not jumping onto your 5G network. No, the transmitter creates its own unique frequency. The receiver joins that. And even if you have more than one set, you could have up to 4 sets of these on a single job site. Just got a call on the tech lines about somebody who was doing this on their RV. Think of that, 4 displays in their RV. He needed more than one. It wasn't just that one wire was hard to get to. He needed more than one. And we're
If you'll remember, Jonathan, right out of the box when we first released this product, we were asked, could you send one transmitter to 4 different receivers, which you can't do because it's point to point. However, with that pass-through HDMI, we tested it, and we actually, with 4 sets, were able to do a 1x4 wireless extender distribution amp. So they just daisy chained all 4 of the transmitters together, and there was no latency from the first one to the 4th one, and therefore they were able to hit 4 separate displays with that single source.
When there's a will, there is a way, huh? And that worked well and is verified by our engineers. So there you have it. Some of the hot products and solutions that we're going to be showing you at our booth there at ISE 2024 Barcelona, coming up in just a few weeks now.
Yeah, and if you go to our website, keydigital.com, you'll see where you can get the free code to register for ISE. Jonathan, we should have put that on a slide here. I apologize that I didn't get that done. But anyway, and
No, no,
then
no. Actually, it's fine. It is on our website, but again, our booth number 2P500, 2P like Papa 500, and that code for your free pass is all capital letters, B like Bravo, N like November, Y like Yankee, I like India, A like Alpha, uh, N like November, A like Alpha, 1. So BNY, BNY, 1. Maybe it was better to just refer the folks to the website, huh?
that would probably
BNY, number 1. For your registration, free 99, everybody. Use that
that's right.
code.
$3.99, and we'll be there. The show starts on Tuesday. It's our last Tuesday in January. I don't have it in front of me, and goes through February 2nd, which is the day before Mr. Ferry turns 40 years old.
Well, you know, we just saved them a lot of money with that free code, so I've got an idea or two about what they could do with that money now.
A lot of Geritol and kaopectate coming your way. You know, you're getting old. Getting big 4-0.
Joining the dark side.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know how I'll be when I get that old, but you know, we'll see.
yeah, you know, guys like us, you know, it's AV guys, you know, I want to be an AV guy when I grow up, Mom. Sorry, son, but you can't do both.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. I'll have to remember that.
Okay, so there we are. Everybody, we're looking forward to seeing you. And for those of you traveling long distances to get there, safe travels. We really are looking forward to seeing everybody there. There's going to be some great technologies on display at HD-Base-T from the newest Valens semiconductor chips as well. So there's going to be a lot of our partners and friends that you could walk around that stand and see some of their stuff, as well as being right across the aisle from QSIS. So you're going to find us, and you're going to really, it's going to be worth your while. So please come through. We're happy to see you.
And HD-Base-T does have some new technology coming down the pike, which we are using to develop one of our new products, which we'll talk about there in the booth, and I just give you a little tease there. So very exciting. We're excited about it.
Excellent. Okay. Well, everybody, thanks so much for joining us this time on KD Live. Keep your eyes on our social channels, because we're going to have a number of videos coming out highlighting each day from the booth in Barcelona. And until then, for my colleague DeWayne, VP of Sales Rains, I am Jonathon, VP of Product Education and Experience Ferry. We'll catch you next time on KD Live.
Adios, amigos.